takatifu, jua likiwaka linawawakia wote, wengine tanga tanga, wengine waaminifu, mvua ikinyesha inaonyeshea wote, kuna wenye dhambi, wengine takatifu, jua likiwaka linawawakia wote, wengine tanga tanga, wengine waaminifu, Hello, amazing people. Welcome to another great episode of Going Beyond with Sullivan Ndege. And today we delve into the gospel music industry in Kenya. We all know that the gospel music industry has been hit by many blows. We have seen several artists transitioning from the gospel industry into the secular industry. And today we have a chance to speak to an amazing gentleman. His name is Sakan. He will be telling us what his journey is like in the gospel industry. And we get to have a bit of his story. Sakan, karibu. Sasa.
Poa sana, Sullivan. Yes.
I tell you, thank you so much for accepting my invitation. And you know, you are the first guest I'm having on Going Beyond. So it's like you're a pioneer, asante sana. So Saken, I want to say karibu sana. And one thing I want you to tell us, Sai, Sasa, Saken ni nani? Who are you, Saken? And why the name Saken?
Thank you so much, Sullivan, for calling me onto your show.
Yes.
I'm really grateful, even for being the pioneer of the show.
Oh,
thank God. Saken is a husband. Saken is a born-again Christian. Saken is a musician. Saken is a son. Saken is so many things. And so, yes, Saken, you have asked why the name Saken. We have people like Sir Richard Branson, Sir Ferguson, who was the former Manchester United coach. So I want to identify with the bigger people, my fellow billionaires, because I believe I'm a billionaire in the making, and I'm somebody big in the society. Because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will.
Awesome. And that's a really powerful statement. If you don't believe in yourself, yes, nobody will. And it's really great to know that you've gotten into the music industry. You released your debut single this year, 2022. It's about 3 weeks old. Isipokuwa ni wewe. May I understand what was the reason behind you writing that song? Kwanza wewe ndo uliandika huo wimbo, I'm just assuming. Who wrote that song? And why isipokuwa ni wewe? May I just understand?
Thank you so much, Sullivan, for asking that question. That song was inspired by the things that I've gone through. I understand that every one of us have gone through so much in their lives, and likewise, I've gone through a lot, but I have seen God fighting for me in everything that I've been going through. And so it was just inspired by God to just tell God, worry not for you. That is it's a verse in Psalms 124. If the Lord was not on our side, when men rose up against us, they would have swallowed us alive. Kwa hivyo isipokuwa ni wewe Mungu ulikuwa upande wetu, adui angetumeza tukiwa hai. And that's why the song. Yes.
And one of the things, you know, people say, mimi niliingia kwa mziki. I just want to know, uliingia kwa mziki ama mziki uliingia ndani yako, you know? Mziki uliingia ndani yako, labda nikiota, nikifanya nini? When did you get into music, or when did music get into you?
Wonderful. Your questions are so amazing. Mziki wenyewe niliupata ndani yangu. Because my mother tells me when I was born singing.
Bless her, can't watch him. When you're born singing. Basi, and you're still living. Why?
Nilitoka nikisifu.
Ulitoka ukisifu. Safi kabisa. But I need to interview your mother to first of all affirm that ulizaliwa ukiimba. So that means your music got into you while you were at a very young age,
yes,
right? And what were you doing? Were you singing in a choir? Were you singing with your parents? Nini kwanza ulikuwa unafanya wakati muziki ulipoingia?
My late father was musical. My mom is still musical. So I believe that I found myself in a musical family, and that's why I'm musical that way. We used to sing in church with my parents. We used to make a choir in the house every time we were taking supper, and even in church we used to sing together. But I found myself in the church choir when I was in class 6.
Great.
I used to sing tenor.
You used to sing tenor.
Tenor.
Ah, nice. And tenor hits they hit those high notes.
Yes.
And before the show ends, you're gonna do like a really small thing for us so that people know what you're doing. And are you just in the music industry, or there's something that you do on the side?
You realize, Sullivan, that before music starts to pay you, okay, I'm not in music so that it can pay me, but many times mahali unafanya kazi panafaa pakupee chakula.
Kweli kabisa.
But before that happens, God has also given me areas whereby they complement each other. So I'm also into property management. I'm also into moving services. I'm also into events organizing, events planning, and the likes. I'm also an MC. I can plan your event and become successful.
Oh, great. And because you're doing all those things, you're not just thinking, just achieving a balance is a really hard thing. How do you get to a point where your music is moving on well, you managing properties and you're doing MCing? How do you manage all those things?
Oh my, how hard it is. It's very hard.
It's hard.
It's very hard, I can tell you. But it takes discipline. It takes discipline. I'm in the verge of balancing them. I can't say that I'm perfect, but I'm getting there.
Okay.
It takes discipline because if you left one thing, if you leave one thing hanging, it's going to be, it's not going to be attended by anybody. You still have to go back and attend to it.
Very
And
true.
I believe that with time, they are going to really come together, and we are going to walk as a journey, as a holding company. Yeah.
Safi kabisa. So the other thing that Sakan had wished to know, you have said when I began my show, you can actually attest to it, that we have seen musicians who started from the gospel industry, led the musical foundation in gospel, transition to secular. Are you planning to stick into gospel, or when you're hit and blown left, right, center, utabadilika uende sema mimi sasa I'm moving to secular? Is it something that you're planning to transition to, or you purely want to remain and have a focus on the gospel music industry?
God help me. I'm not going to beat my chest, but I'm praying to God to give me that kind of grace, because I don't know how it feels out there.
Yes.
The industry is very diverse and very dynamic, and I would say that I won't say anything, but my heart's desire is to remain in gospel, because that is where I've been brought up from, and I believe that that is where I belong.
Okay.
That is where I belong.
Ah, great.
In gospel.
And of course, we have seen pressure of having the gospel artists behaving in a certain way. Yeah. Once you're a gospel artist, it's not just you evangelizing through your music. You evangelize to the people through your actions. Is it a pressure that is a good thing, or it's something that you'd wish, even for the fans and people watching this out here, that we should stop putting the pressure on the gospel artists to behave in a certain way? We've seen scandals in the country, maybe a gospel musician was engaged in this and that. It's not a really nice thing, but do you feel we need to stop putting pressure on the gospel artists, that because you're evangelizing through the music, you also need to evangelize through your actions?
Wow, what a question. Well, choices have consequences.
Yes.
But again, I would really want us to pray for these guys, for these top musicians, because they are also going through pressure, publicity pressure. It's not easy to remain out there.
Yeah.
And I believe that we only need to choose what we do wisely, because publicity will not always remain, but you will remain.
But you will remain.
So the question is, once you're not famous anymore, who will you be? Who will you be? I'm not judging anyone. Only God will judge.
Only God
because
will
I
judge.
don't know what they do. I am not in a position to tell what they do. I have not been there, and I made it through. I believe I will.
Yes.
But I have not been there, and I made it through. And now I can say that they need to do this and this and this and this and this. No. I'll just pray that God is going to give them the grace so that they're going to be good role model in society.
Okay, great. And I do not know when you released your debut single this year, 2022. Probably you had planned this maybe 5 years, 3 years. We all have people out here who keep procrastinating, and I'm sure this is a bold step that you took. As Sakan, today I'm going to walk into that studio, record my song, get out there, do an amazing video for Isipokuwa Ni Wewe. So for the people who have that spirit of procrastination, what's your word for them? Because I know, first of all, how long did it take you before you took that bold step and said, I'm going to record and release a single this year? How long did it take you?
It has taken me 4 years.
Oh.
One, let me say that it takes the grace of God to do anything in this life. And even going to that studio and releasing that song, it takes the grace of God. However, that said, procrastination is the killer of dreams. Many people are procrastinating out there, and they're saying, I'm going to do this tomorrow, I'm going to do this the day after tomorrow, when tomorrow comes, I'm going to do this next year. No, let me handle this first, I'm going to handle that, and so on and so forth. And before too long, you realize that your dreams and your vision and your gifts and your talents have been bypassed by time. And before too long, you're behind.
You're behind. Very, very, very true. So the word here is to take that step. Eh? Whatever it is you want to do, take that step. You're planning to do this and that, take that step. And I'm really proud that even after 4 years, you walk into a studio and say, today I'm going to release an album, which is super amazing. And I know that you have things planned this year. So nataka kujua ni nini napika jikoni. Your fans watching you right now. What do you have in store for them?
Wow, we have so many things that are on the way. I'm not going to disclose this at this point in time.
Unataka to surprise. You want to surprise us?
Surprises. But by God's grace, we know that this year is going to be a wonderful year, and God is going to really surprise us also. Yes.
Safi kabisa Sakan. And of course, for anyone who wants to engage with your music, who wants to know you, kwa mitandao ya kijamii unajulikana kama nani? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course YouTube.
Pale YouTube niko na channel inaitwa Sakan. Pale Facebook niko na fan page Sakan. My Facebook account Ken Ngeve pale. I have an Instagram account sa_Kene.
Sawa. So guys, if you want to connect with Ken, listen to his amazing music, Isipokuwa Ni Wewe, it's right on YouTube. Go there and search Sakan and you'll get a chance to listen to that amazing debut single by Sakan. And Sakan, I just know that we are almost running out of time. This is going to be very, very quick. And I don't want you to really think about it, because I'm sure when you got into music, you probably just know some of these things. So, very quick. Who's the gospel artist in Kenya that you would wish to have a collab with? Very fast.
Oh my. Mercy Masika. Alice Kamande. Yes.
Awesome. And outside Kenya, East Africa, maybe outside the world?
I like to do a song with Smoking Awful from US. I love him so much. He's my inspiration in music. And Tanzania, Joy Lwaga.
Okay.
I love that man.
Awesome. And who's the gospel artist that you look up to today?
In Kenya? In Kenya? Oh my. I look up to Mercy Masika.
Oh, awesome. So Mercy Masika, I'm sure you'll be able to have her watch to this. Sakan wishes to have a collab with you. And ladies and gentlemen, we are almost wrapping this up. It was such an amazing time right here, going beyond with Sullivan Ndege. And you know, to engage with us, to connect with us every week, fika pale YouTube tafadhali. Type in Going Beyond with Sullivan Ndege and you get a chance to have an amazing feel of such amazing shows. And today you have graced Going Beyond with Sullivan Ndege. And I say this Isipokuwa Ni Wewe is a very, very great tune.
Thank you.
Called, your fans listen to it and the people watching it want to know. Usekena ambaye amesifika hapa. Jamani tupatie tu mistari, Isipokuwa Ni Wewe.
Wonderful. Isipokuwa ni wewe uliyekuwa upande wangu, adui angenimeza nikiwa hai, bali jina lako limekuwa nyumba iliyojengwa mviringo, mahali pako pasiri. ulinzi wako Bwana napokea.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that was Isipokuwa Niwe by Sakan. Sitaki kuongeza manake ntaribu. That's amazing voice. Do you do vocal training, Sakan?
Yes.
So I think I need to come and do vocal trainings with you. Ladies and gentlemen, follow us live on YouTube every Friday. We'll be right here with Going Beyond with Sullivan Ndege. Pleasure's all mine. And many thanks to Lightcam Production for this amazing work. See you next time. Usicheze mbali.
Isipokuwa ni wewe uliyekuwa upande wangu, adui angenimeza.